Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
My dear students, hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to discuss about content analysis. So please listen to it carefully. This will definitely bring clarity on this important research technique. So let's begin with the definition of content analysis. So its definition of Berelson. So according to Berelson, content analysis is a research technique for the objective, systematic and quantitative description of the manifest content of communication. Secondly, Kurlinger defined content analysis as a method of studying, analyzing communication in a systematic, objective and quantitative manner for the purpose of measuring variables. So in both the definitions we have seen one word, that is communication. The word communication here means those available written materials or print media. So content analysis is a method which aims at the quantitative and qualitative analysis of the written materials of documents such as of books, newspapers, magazines and other forms of written documents or materials. So this basically analyzes the communicated meanings or communicated patterns of thinking of the written materials, what kind of messages are being given by a book or are being given by a magazine or are being given by other written forms of documents. These are studied by content analysis. But here one thing to be noted, that besides print media, television, radio, movies also communicate some kind of ideas or some kind of belief and some kind of values, because television also using some kind of language or some kind of texts. Radio is also using some kind of language or some kind of text. Movies are also using that languages or some kind of text which need to be studied and to extract data from those content. So content analysis analyzes both the written or pictorial or visual or audio-visual material to extract data, to extract information, that what kind of language are they using, what kind of messages they are purveying or carrying, what kind of thoughts, what kind of patterns of thought they are transmitting amongst the audience. So content analysis used to analyze or to know or to investigate those kind of patterns, those kind of thoughts, those kind of mediated or communicated meanings of those written or pictorial or visual or audiovisual contents. Next, the basic principles. There are some kind of basic principles which are to be followed by a researcher or investigator who is using content analysis in his research. So number one, this is objectivity. So it means the analysis is pursued on the basis of explicit rules which enable different researchers to obtain the same results from the same documents or messages. So objectivity, which is opposite to subjectivity, and objectivity is one of the most important characteristics of any kind of research. So it means to analyze those materials on the basis of some predefined or explicit rules and rigid rules to make the analysis more scientific and systematic, so that same results may be found from same documents. That means if the same data are being used by different people or different researchers or different investigators, then the result have to be same, otherwise it will not be called objective, it cannot be subjective. There should be one result of same data, there can be no more other result the same using the same data. Next, systematic. The inclusion and exclusion of content is done according to some consistently applied rules. So it should be systematic so that all categories or study units would get proper importance. What should be included as source of his data or what not should be decided by the researcher himself, and when he categorize or all the study units, when he categorize all the materials, then he has to use some kind of systematized rules, standardized rules, regulations to select all the data forms, all the study units. So there should be some kind of criteria. He has to attribute some kind of criteria, what type of material he will be analyzed, what kind of data he is going to take out from those content. Then he has to categorize all the content, he has to categorize all the materials, then he has to take all the data from that categorized content. The next, generalizability. The result obtained by the researchers can be applied to other similar situations. So the whole situation or the whole study work, the whole research should be based on some kind of theoretical basic. There should be a theoretical base where all the systems, all the procedures has to be situated. So after using all those theoretical perspective, after using all those theories, all those theoretical principles, he has to come out with a more concrete and more systematized and more disciplined conclusion. And those kind of conclusions and those kind of generalization will be accepted by everyone. Then the uses of content analysis, in what situation, in which type of research, or in what type of condition we can use content analysis. So number one, content analysis is mostly used in social science and mass communication research. So it should be noted that the content analysis is mostly used in social science research, and basically it's a study of content. It's a technique used in mass communication research, as it studies about the print media or visual media, audio visual media, etc. Secondly, it is used broadly to understand a wide range of themes such as social change, cultural symbols, and changing trends in the theoretical content of different disciplines. So content analysis basically studies the communicated ideas or communicated thought or communicated patterns. So it basically studies that written content, written communication processes such as newspapers or magazines, or similarly the electronic media such as television or radio, maybe social media post and other movies. So here media is regarded as one of the agent of social change. So content analysis studies how the media content are being able to change the society, what kind of principles they are taking, what kind of ideas they are transmitting amongst the audience. So this kind of things, this kind of issues are taken by content analysis. Similarly, cultural symbols. Culture is also showed in all type of media contents. Cultural behavior, culture is also shown in all type of media. So this kind of issues are also taken up by content analysis. Then changing trends in the theoretical content of different disciplines. So all the mediated things, all the communicated materials, all the communication procedures are being taken by the content analysis. There may be books, there may be magazines, there may be different kind of written material which are to be analyzed by using content analysis. Then thirdly, it is used to understand changes in the mass media content, nature of news coverage of social issues like atrocities against women, dowry harassment, social movements, election issues as reflected in the mass media, and so on. So it also studies about the media coverages on the issues like atrocities or violence against women, similarly dowry harassment, then social movements and election issues, and there are several other type of issues which is covered by the news media or the newspapers and social media and other kind of media. So these are studied by the researcher on the basis of or using the content analysis method to extract the data, to extract the information, to know the intention of the writer, to know the intention of the magazine, to know the intention of the newspaper. So these are the sources. Thank you so much.